Achiever of the Year 2024, Dr. Parwinder Kaur. Welcome today to the 33rd INCITE Awards. Thank you so much for being here today, Dr. Parwinder Kaur. We'd love to hear more about you. Maybe you could start by sharing a little bit more about your background.
First of all, thank you so much, Premila, and to the entire team of WAITTA to put this absolutely incredible show today at the 33rd INCITE Awards. It's been an absolute pleasure to win the Achiever of the Year. I am absolutely thrilled, and in the company of such amazing entrepreneurs in Western Australia, it's been an absolute honor. Me, I've had a very interesting journey, if I may say. I come from a very humble background in India, was one of the very first ones in the family to go to university, and the very first one, I would say, in the 25 to 30 villages around where I come from, to come to a foreign university and live a dream of doing a PhD. So something that I would have never ever thought about doing on my own with the place that I come from. So I am absolutely immensely grateful to the Australian government for providing these scholarships which make dreams like this come true for people like me.
That is so wonderful. And what inspired you to then pursue a career in technology, especially biotechnology?
As I said, I come from India. So when I was growing up, I was really intrigued by the fact that where do we all come from? Where did we all started? And when we say we, I mean life. So it's incredible that how many different forms of lives are surrounding us and how we are connected to each other. So I wanted to really track it down to the beginning. And that was my biggest mystery that I was chasing. And somebody along the line when I was in the high school told me that probably you need to look at the blueprint of life, which is DNA. And after that, there's no looking back. I became a DNA nerd. I have been going deeper and deeper and deeper and trying to piece it together, and was able to go up to like 200 million years back and see how life has been evolving. Yeah, and that took quite a lot of different disciplines that I needed to learn, including coding.
Yeah.
I was given a Japanese fellowship because there were some really incredible supercomputers that were there when we didn't have a supercomputer here in Western Australia. And when I went there, I was really not able to learn the Japanese language. So I decided to learn the coding language because that way I could answer the questions. So that was a bit of a barrier for me, but then it opened up so many different opportunities, learning the coding or learning to talk to the computers and the supercomputers. So it's been an incredible journey, especially going across different disciplines, something which is not very usual or common in our education system. I'm a trained plant geneticist with an agriculture honors degree, and I'm doing species like black swans, quokkas, and the Gilbert spotteroos, and I'm putting their DNA maps together. So I'm not an animal scientist, I'm not a plant scientist, I'm a DNA scientist, something that we normally do not hear. But DNA is what connects us all.
Yeah, and how did you feel today when they announced you as the Achiever of the Year award?
I feel incredibly humbled, to be honest, and I do feel very proud, but at the same time I would like to actually give credit to a lot of amazing people who've taken the time to mentor and give that pat on the back, because that is exactly what you need when you are the very first one on a pathway which nobody has ever been. Lots of moments when you start to doubt yourself and you start to also doubt the pathway. So I think it's really important to pass that legacy on and have that mentoring pathways available to a lot of people, because it's not one person who achieve. It's actually a much bigger effort than that. So I'm really grateful to all the amazing mentors that I've had the privilege to get inspired by, a lot of role models, but at the same time, a huge shout out to my family who've been putting up with me because it's not easy to live with a nerd or a scientist who wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning and just trying to solve things and piece it all together. And it's billions of pieces that I have been putting together in terms of DNA maps, which have been the world's first DNA maps for a lot of incredible life on this planet.
But what does that really mean? Like, we've had human DNA maps, so what does it mean, like, in contrast to what you have created in terms of the animal DNA maps?
We've got a lot of different forms of life on this planet. The very first DNA map, it's like Google Maps. Before you go traveling, you need to know what the place looks like and which are the different places that you can go. And DNA maps we put together are exactly the same. Somebody took the effort to go travel those places and put the very first world maps together. So we're putting the DNA maps. But the story is that the very first DNA map of humans costed us $2.7 billion to put together.
2.7 billion?
And almost a decade with experts around the globe come together to do that. So nowadays we're doing that for $1,000 with DNA Zoo technology.
$1,000?
Yes, we're doing it for less than $1,000 right now, and that made it possible for us that the one species every 20 minutes that we are losing, we're able to at least capture that knowledge, because these are the important pieces of knowledge that are really important for us to go into the future. For example, last week we've been able to put together a 52,000 years old sample which was frozen in the permafrost of Siberia of a woolly mammoth.
Okay.
And that has given us incredible insights in terms of time traveling back 50,000 years back, and what was it that made woolly mammoth woolly.
Yeah.
And then also the genes that made woolly mammoths survive the ice age. And now we are heading to warmer temperatures. So what are those things that we need? So all of this is really important pathway to go into the future. We need this knowledge. And I had the privilege to be able to create that knowledge.
What will we do with this knowledge? How will it be applied for the better of community and mankind?
There's so many different ways. Basically, nature has got solutions for all the problems that the humanity is facing. Whether you talk about cancers, do you know that whales don't get cancer?
Oh, okay.
Horses don't get cancer. Elephant sharks are the slowest aging animals on the planet. So if you're looking for anti-aging, or you're looking for cancer, or even if you're looking for, how this planet is only going to have females left because the Y chromosome is shrinking, so the men are going to be extinct in about 4.36 million years from now. I mean, not in a rush, but it's going to happen. So there's a lot of things that are happening in nature, but at the same time, nature also has solutions. We're just not looking at the right places.
That is incredible.
It is absolutely fascinating and intriguing, to be honest.
And what would be like then your future goals from here?
I think my biggest future goal is to be able to open doors for the ones who are coming after me at this moment, because I've had the privilege to have access these scholarships, and education empower my pathway. And as I said, mentoring has made the biggest difference in my career. So I would like to be now that person who's opening doors for the ones coming after me, but at the same time, not just inspiring them, but also do some more tangible things. Whether it is about changing the way we combine disciplines, or it is about finding new ways to bring people together so that they can actually chase the pathways that we have not been able to so far.
And what does the INCITE Awards mean for you, like winning the INCITE Awards? What opportunities does it bring for you?
It's absolutely amazing that we've got these platforms, because when you are on a pathway to create something which has never been created, or you're the very first one, it gets really tough. It's on an average you fail 200, 300 times to get that one successful experiment. I feel like we should have an award where you should celebrate one who failed the most times. It's
Maybe
great
we'll bring that award next year.
Absolutely, because I honestly, personally believe that it's that perseverance that gets you to that one successful experiment. But once that happens and you get a recognition at a platform like INCITE Awards, it's very motivating, because that kind of fills you in with the new lease of energy that you need to fail another 200 times to get to the next success. So having such platforms is incredibly important, but I still feel that we should definitely celebrate failure as well.
I think so, because I think failure is as much a part of our innovation journey as success is. So I know we celebrate success today, but we should be recognizing the number of failures one has gone through to achieve that success as well.
Absolutely, because you fail more. And innovation is a space where you really need to prepare yourself to be able to do that. And every failure teaches you, what not to do. And that's an incredibly important piece of information or knowledge, as I say, to be able to get to that point when you are actually able to successfully piece it all together.
That is just so wonderful. And what advice would you give to young professionals who are aspiring to embark on technology and innovation?
I feel like the people who are coming after us, they have a really bigger challenge than what we had, because they're going into territories and spaces with the AI and all the new technologies that we are seeing. We don't even know what the careers look like in the technology sector in the next 5 years, because it's just moving at such a high and a fast pace. And because of that, I think the only advice that I would like to give them is, be your own guiding lights, because you know exactly what the world needs, whether that career exists or do not exist, whether that pathway is already there or not there. Pave your own pathway and never ever let somebody tell you what you can achieve, because only you know what you can achieve as long as you're determined to go on that pathway and champion yourself. So don't let the disciplines tell you, and because the problems don't have physics or chemistry or mathematics written on it. Go find your tribe and just walk on the pathway which feels right here.
That is fantastic. Oh, thank you so much for sharing all this with us, Dr. Parwinder Kaur. We're so proud of your INCITE Awards 2024 achievement, and we're very humbled that you've joined us today.
Thank you so much, Premila, and thank you so much for organizing and working behind the scenes. Absolutely incredible event tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.